question. What does Ohio State need to do against Youngstown State? A perfect game, quote. It feels like there is a bad aftertaste from their performance against IU.
I don't think it has to be a perfect game.
There's no such thing.
Yeah. I think that you just need to play like you're capable. Play a better game. You only get 12 of these opportunities that are guaranteed in the regular season. You need to make the most of them. You need to get something out of this, and that is sharpening the starters, particularly on offense, and then developing some depth. Those are the two things that you want to do in this game. And when you go to the bench and you go to your backup players and you go to your freshmen, having problems talking, and your redshirt freshmen, it's not going to be perfect. This is the first time for a lot of these guys to be on the field, and they're going to drop passes, and they may fumble the ball, and they may get beat for a touchdown or whatever. But, you got to go play football, and that's what this is about. I just want to see – to me, that – and again, I don't want to make excuses for anybody, but it was 88 degrees and it felt like 105 on the field. Our photographer after the game said it was some of the most adverse conditions he'd ever seen at a college football game. And so I think you have to factor some of that into the equation about how sluggish the offense was, is that, fatigue and the heat are going to make you tentative and make you, drive down your energy level. Shouldn't be like that this week. It's going to be about 73 degrees at Ohio State on Saturday. Perfect day for football. Go out and play, as we said, like your hair's on fire. And don't be afraid to make mistakes, but go turn it loose. That's what we need to see from the offense. Go turn it loose. And if that means 600 yards and 50 points at the end of the day, then so be it. If it only means 40 points, they only scored 38 points against Youngstown State the first time they ever played them. And that was with, a 2007 team that went on and played for the national championship that year. So, go out and turn it loose. That's what I want to see on Saturday.
I don't think the score matters to me, because it's not about scoring. You can score ugly, and that doesn't mean squat. I think it's a matter of just coming out there and having a command of your game. It's a command of coming out and looking competent and having faith in your system and executing the system and making your reads and making your second reads or making your third reads. It's about the offensive line holding up. It's about the defensive line doing what it does. I went through the numbers of Youngstown State against Valpo, and it was much heavier run than pass. So I don't need to see 8 quarterback sacks if Youngstown State is going to be content running the ball. That's just not how it necessarily works. I want to see a continuation of the defense playing the way that it did. Youngstown State rushed for more than 300 yards against Valpo. What's the magic number for Ohio State to hold them to? 65, 70? I don't know. The score isn't going to be the yardstick for me. It's going to be just the way that they play, minimizing mistakes and showing confidence, showing growth. We talk about so much going from game 1 to game 2 and everything. That's the time that you could see the most, upward mobility. Well, they need to show that upward mobility in that game, and then moving forward the next week, they'll go against a team that's known for its passing chops. And then that'll be a chance to see what Burke and Hancock and Nick Benison are all about. So there are certainly going to be opportunities there. I'm not as concerned about the score, not a line to my knowledge as of yet, being an FCS opponent. So none of that necessarily matters. And if you're betting on this game, for a score, you're bigger degenerate than me, and that's saying a lot. So I just think that it's a case of, you just want to see a team that comes out there and shows a great amount of competency.
Well, and as Ryan Day said, it's about us. It's about Ohio State and what they do. And I wonder how many coaches even know and name on Youngstown State's roster. Like, does Tony Alford know any of the linebackers? Does Ryan Day know anybody on defense for Youngstown State? Because right now the focus, obviously, they're scouting and things like that, but it's about what Ohio State does. It's about becoming a more efficient running team. As Day said, they were like 50% on 3rd and 4th and short on Saturday. That's not good enough. You've got to get, you've got to get more yards than they have been. You've got to convert. I do think this will be the spring game that everybody wanted but didn't get to see with Kyle McCord and Devin Brown. And so everybody will be able to make their decisions at that point on, confirm their thoughts on the quarterback situation if they get to see enough of Devin Brown. And so I'm looking forward to that. I think they should at least, if Devin Brown doesn't get at least a quarter and a half, what's the point? What are you paying Youngstown State to come to town for anyway? If you really want to see him, then you've got to put him out there, and you've got to allow these guys to go ahead and be aggressive. As Steve said, if you make some mistakes, it's not like the defense is going to be put in a situation where they're going to give up 28 points and you can't score 31 to win. Like, go ahead and be aggressive, take some shots, take some chances, allow your athletes to be superior down the field and win some 50-50 balls. Or because honestly, should there even be 50-50 balls downfield with these receivers? It's probably 65-35 at best. So give them an opportunity to go and make some plays. Give Kyle McCord an opportunity to get more and more confident. And if you want more possessions, then take more shots. Make these quicker possessions, get up and down the field, and then get the ball back. That's if you want to see as much as you can from everybody, go up and down the field as quickly as possible, score, and then go force a 3 and out, and you get the ball right back, and you can figure some more stuff out on the next drive.